Na mtazamaji, karibu tena, tuendelee kukupasha. Na katika habari nyinginezo ni kwamba masomo ya mtoto wa kike yamepigiwa upato na kudhaminiwa sana nchini. Hii leo tumeungana na shirika la Chess linalotoa ufadhili wa mtoto wa kike ambaye ni mwerevu na anatoka katika familia ambayo haijiwezi. Mwanahabari wetu ametuandalia makala spesheli kuhusu shirika hili. Hapa tunakutana na Rebecca Odhiambo. Tami na Joan, ikiwa ni mara yao ya pili kufika nchini Kenya, wamefika na lengo la kuimarisha maisha ya mtoto wa kike kielimu katika shirika hili la Chess. Miongoni mwa shule ambazo shirika hili limeweza kutoa ufadhili katika eneo hili la magharibi ni shule ya wasichana ya Archbishop Njenga, shule ya wasichana ya Msoli na shule nyinginezo kama anavyoeleza Rebecca.
I'm Rebecca Odhiambo, and currently I am the Chess Office Manager. Chess stands for Canadian Harambee Education Society. Canadian Harambee Education Society was started back in 1982 by a Canadian lady who was asked to come to Kenya to stand in as a principal of a school called Imbale Secondary School. And during her time of being a school principal, she discovered that there was a problem with students being sent home for fees. And by then, the students who were she discovered that most of the students who were being sent home for fees were mostly the bright girls and boys. And that is when she decided that these students need not to be going home. Instead, they are supposed to remain in school and attend classes. And this really disturbed her. But when her term was over and she was going back to Canada, she went, and that is when she started soliciting funds from friends and neighbors around her home and sending it to Kenya, and particularly to support students who had difficulties in paying school fees so that they remain in school. And in the long run, the sponsors increased, and when the money was a little bit more, she decided to start an organization called Chess in Kenya. And that is when she expanded to other schools like Shikunga, Musoli, Archbishop Njenga, Girls, Mukumu, and by up to 1996, they were selecting both girls and boys for scholarships. And in 2000, that is when we had the last batch of boys being sponsored, when we had the affirmative action, because it was discovered that girls had more difficulties compared to boys. And boys could go out, fight for their lives, and come out successfully compared to women. And that is when she decided that now it becomes a girls-sponsored organization. So since 2000, Chess has been sponsoring girls for high school education. And how do we get our girls for scholarships? We send word out there to primary schools and educated people on the importance of sending girls to school. And we usually do interviews for 2 weeks.
To you briefly about roads, gifts, and flowers. And you might be thinking, do I understand English? Did she say roads, gifts, and flowers? Yes. I did, because I want to talk about roads. And Joanne and I have been traveling your roads these last few days to visit the schools and the Ches girls. And we all travel roads and pathways in our lives. And your roads are beautiful. And our driver knows the roads. He knows where to go. But sometimes there might be construction on the road. Or he says, I'm going to show you another way. And we love it. We welcome that. And when you think about roads in your lives, I want you to think the same way. I want you to think, I didn't know I had to take this road. So maybe right now, just as your principal and your patron and Rebecca have said to you, you look back at your grades and decide, maybe you choose another pathway. And that's okay, but you keep a goal. You keep a destination.
We can call that academic rigor when you apply yourself to your studies. And that means you're working really hard, you're studying, and you're doing your very, very best. When you're out in your community, you have rigor and purpose. You may be helping someone in the community. The same with your family. You have rigor. You're doing things with intention and purpose to provide for your family, to make your family the best place, the happiest place that you can be, and all your family members. The second thing starts with an R too. These will be easy for you to remember. And it is resilience. As a student, as a learner, as a woman, as a person in society, as an adult, even myself, resilience is a key to success. The road, as Tammy talked about, that road you're going to be traveling on is going to be bumpy. It is bumpy. It is not a smooth highway. It is going to be bumpy. There will be huge potholes. There may be huge streams you have to cross. There may be mountains you have to climb. But all of you have within you strength, strong character, hard working, courage, risk-taking. You know, you believe in yourself, that if you do go over a bumpy road, you believe in yourself so much that you know you can do it. You have to be resilient. You may be shaking up a little bit, but you know you believe in yourself.
Our dear principal, Madam Rebecca, Madam Sigu, girls of excellence, good afternoon. I'm very happy today. I remember when I was back in school, we never used to be visited with the agents. It was so rare to see the agents, but you're very lucky that you can see the agents. They can come and give you some things that you can always remember when you're going astray and know, oh, I'm sponsored. I am a chess girl. I also schooled at Shikunga, and I'm now a teacher. I'm a teacher of Kiswahili geography. When I saw Princess Asamba on the magazine, the chess newsletter, I was surprised because I was in Kadhiani Boys, she was in Kadhiani Girls, and she was my mentor, a geography teacher. And I was very happy. I know I'll also follow her steps. And that is, we knew each other in such a land in Machakos. Nobody knew that chess girls are here. But when we met in a group and was like, I'm in Kadhiani Girls and I'm in Kadhiani Boys, we are chess girls. So we bonded because we are chess girls. That is the happiness or the privilege of being a chess girl. You'll walk out there, when you go to Pendo, you'll find there Irene. When you go to the hospital, you'll find Cynthia. You bond because you are chess girls. Whether you finished in 2010, whether you finished in 2020, but we'll meet and bond as chess girls. Are we together? So it's a privilege to be a chess girl. And I want you to come up and be like us. You don't go and disappear somewhere because you'll not want to be recognized as a chess girl. But when you go out and become successful, you'll always want to bond, isn't it? And we have a group, the alumni group, and we come there and one says or asks a question, doctors in the room, I have a sick child. And another one asks, an architecture in there, I want to build a house. You know, we bond because we are chess girls. You cannot be in such a group if you never passed your exams. Are we together? So it's just a challenge that as we're here, know that there is a life outside Emalindi Girls. And I need to come out as a successful chess girl. And I be proud of myself for the rest of your life. So when it comes to chess, it doesn't end in a Malindi. It continues even to the life outside. Are we together? And the choices you make, they always have consequences. When the principal says, Kadogo, Sharon, that it's not too late, I believe it is not too late. Because I was also weak in mathematics, and my teacher told me the same. Venta, it is not too late. And surely I passed mathematics. I passed chemistry and biology just because of a single word. So when words are passed to you, please perceive it. Don't just be a person who hears and forgets about it. It ends in this room. Be such a person who, when you hear something, you go in a closet and you ask yourself, and by the way, I was told it is not too late, and do something. So that we'll remember that person. Will stand in a certain event and say, I remember in Form 4 my principal told me it is not too late. And that statement changed my life. And I'm here, I'm a doctor. I'm here, I'm a teacher. I'm here, I'm a journalist. Are we together? We don't take this as a waste of time. This might be the change of your future. This might be a turning point for a doctor now in you. That potential that has been hidden, a word that is said to you by your agents, by Rebecca, by your principal, might be the only chance you have to transform your life. Are we together? And I know after this, we shall not be talking of those low grades with the chess girls, because we are at an advantage. Others are out there. They don't know what we are doing here. But for us, we are being motivated. We are being ignited. There is something that is being added to our conscious mind to tell us, oh, we can do something. We can do better than we're doing right now, isn't it? I want to wish you well, and thank you so much for visiting us.
Our principal and my fellow students. Good. For me, I'm happy because the agents had come to visit us, and I hope what they have said to you may make a change, and I hope our behaviors in this school might change, and the steps we are going to make after this may be a big change. And I thank God because as the words they have talked have touched me a bit, and I hope there's someone seated here that have been touched also. And I urge you to follow what they have told you. And I give thanks to our agents for taking care of us.
Naam, mtazamaji, kwa habari hiyo na vile vile makala hayo speciali kutoka shirika la Chess, mtazamaji, ndipo natamatisha Shajara ya Pendo awamu hii. Mwanakwetu Wanita Irene Nasimiyu.